Hello, welcome back to another video. So today we're getting back to the DJI tutorials. We're going to go outside. We're going to strap on a heavy ND filter because it's bright. And we are going to demystify active track. We'll go through all the settings, we'll go through all the modes, and by the end you should have a good idea how to use it and get some really cool shots with it. If you like these videos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to follow along. Let's get right up there. Welcome back to this portion of the video. So today we're going to go over the active track. Pretty self-explanatory and simple stuff, but a really powerful mode that'll help you get some really cool footage. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We'll start by getting us in frame here. And I already have it pushed, but we'll click that off. So we're just in the regular video mode here. So what you want to do is over on the left hand side here, over here, you can see the squiggly line thing. That's for waypoints. We're going to do that in a separate video. And right below that is kind of like I don't know, like a square with a pin right in the middle of it. That's the active track button that puts you into active track mode, or focus track I suppose it's called. So basically all this mode does is it allows you to focus on a subject, either person or vehicle, I think are the two options right now. I don't think they have an option for bike, which would be a really great feature that DJI should add. But today we're just going to do it for a person. So we'll do that again. So for most of these modes, this will translate pretty good to a vehicle. If you guys would like to see me do a video on a vehicle track, or even just try to do it in a short or something, let me know with a comment. Okay, so without getting the drone sound too loud here, you'll see that we have a plus arrow on me. So that plus arrow is pressable. You press it and bam, you have your subject. So at the bottom here, you'll see 3 different modes: active track, spotlight, and POI. We are going to start in the center and work our way to the outsides. So right now it is in spotlight mode. So what this does is the drone will stay stationary unless you move it, and it'll keep me in the center of frame or wherever you choose in the frame. So if you see I walk this way, it's following me. It does a pretty good job. Let's see what happens if I walk at it. I'm going to walk out of frame here, so it's not a big deal. Let's see what happens. I can't really get too much further away from the camera with that, but you guys get the idea. Now, if you want to adjust where you are in frame, you can do that by either moving the gimbal. So if I'll put myself on the third line there, my head, and you'll see it stays like that. So I'm just a little bit above center of frame. Hopefully you can hear me here. And if you move the drone in this mode, it still stays fixated on you. So you probably can't see this, but all I'm doing is moving the stick to the left. And it is keeping me beautifully in frame. There is all kinds of ways that I can think of just right now that this could be a really useful feature for if you just want like a really simple droney on a subject, or if you want a simple orbit or whatever. Very, very simple. Makes for some really compelling shots too. I mean, just to look at how simple that is.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Okay, I might have to switch batteries out, but let's see if we can get through the POI before I do that. So the POI is all that does is it keeps you in frame the same way Spotlight does, but when you click it, you'll see you get two directions. And the further out you choose, the faster it goes. So let's go about halfway, and you'll see what it does. It just constantly keeping you in the center of frame or wherever you chose to be in the frame when it started.
Return to home promptly.
Yes, I get it, Brenda. But yeah, that's all it does. And if you walk around, it'll change its trajectory to match where you are. Okay, and that is those two modes. I'm going to land before this thing runs out of battery, and I will be right back with you. Alright, sorry about that. Just got the battery all switched out. So let's just recap right quickly what we've gone over so far. Click into the focus track menu, and that will give you your menu or your mode to choose a subject. After you choose the subject by clicking on it, then you have 3 different modes to play with. Spotlight, which just keeps you in the center of the frame with the drone stopped if you want it to be, or you can move it manually by keeping you in frame. POI, which just circles you. Either slowly or quickly. Pretty self-explanatory. And then for the third one, which is going to be a little bit tougher for me to showcase you guys with a stationary camera, we have active track. So active track is the one that people think about when they think about focus track. So after you pick your subject, you'll see on the left there, active track, and that'll bring up a separate menu and this control pad over on the left, which my histogram is in the way of. So you'll see here 3 different modes. Auto, which I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure what auto does. Whenever I do it, it just does this. It goes into a hold. So I don't know if it like chooses the direction that it thinks that it wants you to do this, or if it tries to find the back of you. I'm not exactly sure, to be 100% honest with you. So we're going to mainly deal with manual, but let's Position this over here. But let's try parallel first. As you can see, I moved myself out of center frame there, which if you've been paying attention, I taught you how to do earlier in this video. So we'll go to active track, and we'll leave it, we'll try parallel here. And what it's going to do is it will stay with you wherever you position it. It'll just stay parallel to your motion. So if I pick the drone to be over here and then started walking this way, it stays parallel, just like the name. Okay, now we're gonna get to the important one here, manual, and as you can see, it brings up that menu. So we're just gonna do this stationary, but it will do a pretty good job of keeping you in frame as you move. So as you can see, this touchpad over here is interactive and it translates exactly to what the drone is doing. So and the further outside on the circle, the higher and further away it gets from you, the closer on the circle, the closer it is to you. So and your touch also impresses on which direction it goes. So let's go all the way around back. Shoot, I screwed that up. And we'll just keep an eye on it just in case, but I think we're all good. And in the menu, like in your 3-dot menu up here, let me just see here. Anyway, somewhere in these menus, you find how to set the furthest distance and height while you're doing active track. I'm not exactly sure where it is. You should be able to find it on your own, I think. You guys are brilliant folks. But as you can see, this touchpad just translates into where the drone will go. And this makes for some really, really, really cool shots. It's like I say, it's probably the flagship feature of this drone. Like I said, the possibilities are limitless with this. And I think that's basically going to conclude the video. That's the whole focus track menu in a nutshell. Like I say, one of the most powerful menus of the DJI Mini 4. Let's head in. I'll give you guys an outro. There's not going to be any footage for us to watch today. It's just going to be more of an I teach kind of thing, and hopefully you guys can get some cool shots with this. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. I want to apologize. I definitely had some self-inflicted audio issues in the middle of this video. I need to figure out something better for the long term. I might even invest in some lav mics, we'll see. I've just been hesitant to do that. But anyway, if you guys have liked this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, follow along. There'll be more to come. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.